to the council. Okay. Alright. Try and get into this game. Okay, so this is episode 2 of the council. From what I pick up, you can, through your answers, you learn to have different skill sets and things. I don't know much about this game, apart from the fact I've just arrived. I've now got to look for clues to find my mother. Okay. Check it. Brightness. Nope. No brightness. Look up. Okay. Good morning all. Can I run? I can run. Welcome to the council, everybody. Make me looking for clues. I haven't found any at the moment. But there we go.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Find a clue, difficult as the logic belongs.
Let's look.
But has ideograms inside it.
A letter written in an Oriental language. I haven't the slightest idea what it says. It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Okay.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Okay. Alright.
The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the order sent some envoys there.
Okay.
Probably a Dutchman.
Okay.
Hôtel de Cluny, Rue de Mathurin, Paris. I guarantee this letter is for my mother. The address is a hideout for the Golden Order. If you write anyone over there, you have to watch out in case someone's reading your mail. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Let's see what's inside this letter. So...
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
What is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You've never talked to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who's this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? It's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud.
Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills. And to others, exploit their personalities is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and will leave you exhausted, while exploited vulnerabilities will leave you review. Okay. Okay.
Very attached to the aristocracy and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Okay. So, okay.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look. A letter written in an Oriental language. This letter's in Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Okay.
That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
Alright, let's get out of here now. Oh.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican.
Oh, wow.
This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
Okay.
An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
Dutch.
Probably a Dutchman.
Yeah. Okay. We did that. Let's see. There's water there, so let's get out of here. So talking to certain people, if I talk to them a certain way, they won't get what I need in this game. It'll get me tired. So different tactics for different people. Diplomacy and all the rest of it. So what next? I got there. So what next then? What next? More clues to the manor. Now let's go this way. Okay. Where's this leads to?
Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Okay. So where else will I look? Nothing there.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Okay. What's this? Is the boat here? Can I get in this boat? What? Can I get on the boat? No, that's about a K one. Oh, something here.
A lantern. Nothing special.
What else is there here? Maybe I have to go back here and look more. Maybe there's something else I'm missing here.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Maybe there's something else that's missing.
Let's look.
Maybe I'm missing something out here.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Okay. So we did that.
Address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
I'm not picking this up at the moment. Brazil?
The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Okay.
That reminds me, it's about time the order sent some envoys there.
Okay. The other letters I did. Went to the first letters, so there's nothing there. So where else is there possibly to look? What's that? What's the collector's list? What have I got? Let's see what this is here. No. Options have I got? Don't say it's there. Don't see anything else here. There's a boat that's there. Ah! Rope!
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Okay, so what am I going to do with that? Okay. Okay. Oh, let's search this a bit more. Nothing there. So, oh, what's that? Something there? Royal jelly. Stores efforts, immunity, skill freeze free, kills negative evaluations. Ah, restores 2 effort points. Okay, so maybe I can go back and do something else, I don't know. Maybe I can go and pick the lock. What's that there? Is that something there?
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Ah! Crowbar?
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
We'll try and open the gate with the iron bar. I mean, that would be the only logical thing I would do. Is go to that gate and try and pick the lock with the iron bar. Or at least break the lock with the iron bar. What I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way. Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Difficulty 2, agility locked. No. Okay. Okay, so maybe The other thing I've worked out is there's little bits of things on the floor, like these little dots. Maybe there's other things. See, there's a little dot here.
A wooden floorboard. Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed. Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Okay. Alright. See those little dots I'm seeing on the ground there? I'm going to touch every one of them and see what I find from each one of them. This one here. Royal jelly. See, there's other things I can pick up along the way. There might be other clues as to what is what here. If I see any dots, I'm going to pick them up.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
More royal jelly. Okay. Anywhere where I see blue, I'm going to try and touch and see what happens. See?
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Keep walking. We're going to walk around slowly and see there's other clues. I think that we've missed out something because we haven't been looking properly, clearly. Don't see any more blue around here. Okay, there's blue there. Nothing blue there. Nothing blue there, and nothing blue there. So, now, we are just okay. There's got to be something else I haven't picked up yet. Something I've missed out on somewhere. Maybe for why can't I go any further? There we go.
Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
The hell does that mean?
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Ah. Here we go.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Interesting. Oh wow. Who's that? Zeus?
Whoa. Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Well, thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same fervor.
Ah, I would expect nothing less. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Your Eminence, if there's one thing you can count on, it's the value of a promise made by a de Richet. Respecting our commitments has always been the pillar of our family, and nothing nor nobody will prevent that from happening. Since you know my mother, you should know that a de Richet always keeps their word. You can be sure of that.
Thank you, my son. It is most reassuring.
You're welcome, especially since I promised you nothing, my friend.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priest's safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
No, my friend. I have more important things to be doing today. It's a very important day, so I'm sitting in today. I've got some more important things to be doing. I might see Pink Tyson later, I don't know yet. Go back.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Skill point diversion. Okay, we've got that. Journals, map, characters. Four points left. Conviction, etiquette, linguistics, diversion, occultism. Think if I'm a diplomat. I might work on. Okay. Talents. Traits. So I see along the way is where I can learn. Right. I can learn things along the way. I've got it. Right. Now I understand, so I can learn different skill sets. So along in this game I can learn new things and do new things. Right, I've got it.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat. Very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer. So don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh?
Giovanni Braschi? Am I dreaming, or are they talking about Pope Pius VI?
Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you, would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then, one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young Perhaps you were mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother. I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Could my mother have had a problem with someone during her stay here?
No, not at all. Your mother has always been charming company, and everyone got on very well with her.
Not even a servant?
Certainly not.
Everyone gets on well with the famous Sara de Ricci.
No! Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Stand back, please, so she can breathe.
Elizabeth is accustomed to this kind of thing.
It looks like it's just a dizzy spell. Can you tell me something about her? The dizzy spell is harmless, but her general condition is frankly alarming. You seem to know her. What is she suffering from?
I don't know exactly, but her father sent her to us in the hope that she would recover all her faculties. It would appear she suffers from episodes of dementia.
Is she aggressive?
Sometimes, but only toward herself. She has never hit out at anyone else, I can assure you of that. She wasn't like that this morning. Something must have upset her.
That's one way to put it.
The poor girl is exhausted, but that's not the cause of her problem.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You
Oh,
saw
it's
it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Bestia. Bestia means beast, not good.
The sign of the beast?
Yeah.
He's referring to the tattoo on her hand.
Yes, Your Eminence. I saw it. I don't know what the young woman has been through, but she is marked for life.
It is the least one can say. You know the meaning, don't you?
Protection against the evil one.
It is a rare practice reserved for cases of possession, Louis. I have seen it during exorcism.
Wow.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
This guy's a devil. This guy's an absolute devil. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. He's a devil. That girl, I want to go and talk to her. I want to know what her room is. If I can. He's a devil. I don't trust him.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities.
Yeah, she's...
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
That girl.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
For your indulgence? What, she's a sex slave or something?
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
I want to go to that girl's room. I want to go and see who that is, that Adam girl. While I'm at it, see if I can snoop around and see if there's anything else to find.
Duke Manuel Godoy. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ah. Mr. Godoy. It's in there. Okay. Can't open that door. Okay, menu of the Godoy, okay. Maybe those names were all rooms. Maybe. I want to go to her room. I think. Well, he said that she was there for his indulgence. Sounds like a sex slave to me. She's exhausted. Don't know. Don't know why I was end up playing these creepy games. Like I tracked them. Have you noticed that? I track these creepy games. Here we go.
Huh. That's me.
That's my room, but forget that. Let's have a little walk around.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah, that's his room. Right, okay. I want to see if I can find this girl's room. I can find Miss Adams' room with something. Because I want to ask her some questions. Royal jelly. Who's gonna go straight to the bed in an adventure game like this? You tell me. When am I gonna get a chance to look around this place again anyway? Oh, we should give you the option to be to go to her room and...
President George Washington.
Ah, George Washington's room. Right. Might have some of the clues here as well. George Washington's room. Where's the girl? Let's see. I'm confused myself now. Okay. I've confused myself here. Okay. Okay. Oh. Alright. Got some information here. No. No. Okay.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Okay. Alright. this? Ah, steps. Can't walk up them. I guess I just have to go to my room and just rest my ass for the night. All the scrolling gives me a headache. Go to my room for the night. Don't like there's anything else I can possibly do tonight. It's beautiful. Don't you think it's beautiful here? Great show with Michael Hunter the other day. A nice one, Stacey McKinley too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Monsieur Jacques Perru?
Okay. I don't know, I thought that...
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
I thought my thing with Michael Hunt was hit and miss, but... Why did you like the Michael Hunter show? Well, I just spoke about how I felt. I see Peter Fury today talking about kiss asses and boxing. When will that ever change?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Right, now we're back to our place now. Let's go to our room now. This might be our room coming up now.
Huh, that's me.
Nice.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Let's read the letter,
Okay,
man.
let's see what it contains. Too bad for Biaggi. So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Biaggi wasn't lying. But now it's opened. I better get it to Mother soon.
Okay.
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anything we can pick up in here. Imagine most of these games when it comes to bedtime. Is the door open? What's it we got here? Books. Wow. Oh, it gives you the focus state. Your next skill will not cost you no more. Okay.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
Okay. It's nice. I feel tired playing this game now already. I feel well tired. It's been a long week. That was a long week, man. I just feel so tired now. Seriously. I'm gonna get some rest later and Ruben, will you do me a favour and check and see whether the website is now on desktop. I think the BWTN website is now on desktop. Let's see what Kenny's saying. Monitor lizards. Because you sent the message to the ones who rejected you in the past and not to come crawling back when they need exposure and new types of media. The ones who turn their nose up at you thinking they're too big for your channel, and the people telling them not to speak to you better not come running back now. Yeah, well, it's what it is, isn't it? And they will come. I tell you they're coming. Wait. Especially with the second wave that's coming. Second wave is coming, people. Not asking you, I'm telling you.
Carmelite water.
We got to look forward to, we got to expect a second wave. And possibly influenza. And we need to be ready for it.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Satan devouring a child. That is cannibalism, but also what they believe. They believe eating the young child, the blood of a young child will keep them young. That's what they believe. So it's Saturn with the child's blood. Lot less cluttered. Yeah, well, it's the 2020 version. How does it look? I haven't seen it yet, to be fair.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
I hope I get a change of clothing, by the way. Oh. A lot of these people, they don't get in a shower or nothing. They just put the same clothes and go to bed. Second wave of the scamdemic media can use 100 ways if they want, just to steal as much money as possible and gain even more power and control. Yep, scamdemic. Off the coast of England, success. I went up to the manor. I found clues about my mother. I convinced me to trust me the letter. I met Mr. Washington. I chose to join. I didn't pick up clues about my mother. Didn't pick up anything else, but I could have remained in the hall. Okay. So now, new characters, traits unlocked. Okay. What I'm going to add, 4 points. Political, etiquette, politics, linguistics, diversion. I think I want to learn 2 points in diversion. Become more political, I think. I might want to take diversion. Okay. Then I think it's going to sit more political, etiquette. Diversion. Okay, that was well. Craft manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read for skill points at the end of the quest. Okay. A play that might use trivials, but in analysis of codes in polite society. Yeah, I think I'll read this one. Yeah, I'll read that. Learn about great men. Okay. Chess.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Oh.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, come, take a seat, my friend.
I don't trust that guy. He's like a devil.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Take it from me, things will remain like this until January 2021. Okay. This will stay like this till January 2021.
I'm coming.
I do.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Knocking the door. See if I can have a little search room quickly for him.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Sir, I don't feel well. I'm going to have to decline.
I see. Well, I hope you won't be needing my help one day.
I must act swiftly. I'll search my room later. Louis, you're straying from your objective. I recognize this part of the corridor. I'm close.
There are multi paths to reach your objective. It might be a good idea to think twice before you embark on the first path you come on. Who's that? Who is that?
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry, but an important meeting is underway. My instructions are to let no one pass.
Tell me, my good man.
Sir?
I have an urgent letter to send.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Does the word urgent mean nothing to you?
Yes, but the word liar also means something.
That won't work, Louis.
Listen, I'm an insomniac, and Sir Holm told me that you could go to the kitchen and make me a cup of herbal tea.
And what is in this herbal tea, sir?
Holm gave Washington a recipe for a sleeping draught. What was it again?
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian.
Yes, it's herbal tea. I'll go and make it for you at once, sir.
I'll wait for you in my room.
I need to find a place to watch undisturbed. I can't hear anything here. I've got to find another spot.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one,
for window?
delusions of grandeur.
Go for the window. Go this way.
Ah, this window opens onto the balcony. Okay, so that means the other room must be on my right.
Stay on the balcony and listen in. Beautiful. Then I can listen to the conversation.
Sir, I understand your eagerness, but the pressure on my family complicates the task.
Relax, my friend. Your relatives will soon be safe.
So what I saw in my vision really did happen. Well, I hope I haven't missed anything important.
I thank you so much.
Don't mention it. Now that's settled, let us speak about your support.
Yes. You mentioned earlier some assistance from the Golden Order?
Absolutely. I have concluded an agreement with their leader, Lady Sarah Faustine de Richet.
Another case that Mother didn't tell me about.
The funds from the order will finance the building of a foundry in Tuscany. You will soon be able to count on 100 or more cannons for your future campaigns.
I was not expecting so much help from you. When can I meet this de Richet?
Well, unfortunately, something has cropped up. De Richet has disappeared.
Disappeared? What, here?
Yes, but the staff are redoubling efforts to find her, I assure you.
So the agreement, is it on or off?
It is on. Her right-hand man has just arrived here to help us find her. And it is none other than her son, Louis Maurice de Richet. I wager he will ensure his mother's commitments are met.
Louis. Not an easy name to live with in these times.
Of course. But from now on, you will deal with him.
This man, it can only be Mortimer.
Very well. I will seek him out.
Map.
Gotta move. Shit.
Well, I better get away from here.
Get out the door before that servant comes back.
Louis?
Emily? I can explain.
Perhaps, but remains... Still.
But first, you could perhaps remove the blade from my throat?
You have 10 seconds to explain your presence here.
Madam, 10 seconds isn't enough for me to tell you how sorry I really am for having entered your room, and I mean that sincerely.
That's a good start. What are you doing in my room?
I thought a night's stroll would help me sleep better. A servant must have closed the window behind me and...
And my window was the only way for you to get back inside. Most convincing. What were you really doing on the balcony?
Seeing the window open, I feared someone had entered your room. With what I'd heard next door, I'd every reason to believe that your life was in danger.
I am a grown woman, but how kind of you to worry about me. Now that I'm safe and sound, tell me more. Has this anything to do with the Order? Oh, yes. Washington informed me you were part of the Order.
You too? You're part of this too?
Yes. Now answer. Do these events concern me? Do they involve the Golden Order? Your silence bores me, Louis.
In that case, I will say no more. I overheard a conversation between a French soldier and some other individual.
And what were they talking about?
It seems Mother is involved, something about a military campaign. Apparently my mother validated an order of cannons to help this man.
Really? Since when does the Order finance wars?
As far as I know, since never.
Did they give any details, a date, what they were for?
Nothing at all. Did you know anything about this?
No, but I won't forget. Thank you. All right, Louis, I might have overreacted a bit. Please do excuse me, but next time, please try knocking on my door. I'd be delighted to open it for you.
Oh, well, I'll remember in that case. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Louis.
Oh, look at that dress sense. Damn. Phew. Wow. 1333. With pubs now open, at least, won't be as painful if they kept things the same till 2021, where we're going to go back into that, mate. There's one rule for the public and another rule for the government. They know what's happening. Believe me. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter. That's all I'm saying on the matter. You'll find out for yourself. Because I'm tired talking and then afterwards it comes to pass. So sometimes it's better just keep information. Keep information to yourself. What's more concerning, we've got people in from Grenada that are in England.
The Coram guy.
That are stranded, right? And I know some already that haven't eaten food. It's not good. It's really not good.
That's not the right way.
So I'm going to try and do what I can next week to help. There's about 50 of them 50 of them known in the country that have had to stay with people they don't know. Then they can't get food because they need the food vouchers, and the food vouchers you have to get from the Citizen Advice Bureau. Not great.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
It would have been my pleasure, but I don't have it with me, Your Eminence.
Why is that?
You remember that I came here to meet my mother. Well, I still haven't found her, and it's beginning to worry me. Given the importance of your letter and not knowing where it all might lead me, I've hidden it. His Eminence wouldn't want me to take the slightest risk, would he?
Excellent initiative, my son. But please tell me you haven't simply left it in your room, my son.
Don't worry. It is perfectly safe and sound.
Certainly, but where?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to say. The walls have ears here, and I refuse to put any of these people in danger. Give me the name you wanted to add, and I'll pass it on to my mother.
Very well. You seem to know what you're doing. Here is the name. Jean-Baptiste Joseph Goebel. Don't forget to give this name to your mother, or a good man will end up dead.
Are you prepared to trust me or not?
Of course, my son. Have a good night.
Very anti-government, mate. You forget I work in the media. But one day you'll have more value for what I do and what I say.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
That's why I don't talk no more, because
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
I don't waste my time talking no more. But I just told you already. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-BS. And if I told you where it came from, it'd be a different story altogether. But I'd have to prove anything to you. So you believe what you want to believe. You believe what you want to believe, but when it happens, it'll happen, and there's nothing you'll be able to do about it because you wasn't prepared. Like I said, there are two types of people in this world. Those that get it, and those that don't. Oh, what's this here? Thank you. Nice. I should go to my bed and rest.
That's not the right way.
I need to go to my bed and rest, man. Where's my room? It's along this long corridor, isn't it? Sure, it's along here. And then around here. Come on, I want to go to sleep, man. Hopefully I'll get some sleep without any visions. Thank you.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Wow. Is that meant to be hell? I have pictures like that in Batman vs Superman. I have distracted servants to pass me. I've inspired them in a vision. I think that heals prove my innocence. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Diversion. Politics. Etiquette. Let's add. The study of secret society would be nice. Psychology would be nice. Understanding the secret society would be very good.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I
I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
My man didn't even take a shower or anything. Next reading. Decency and behaviour. Let's read that manuscript. Search the room.
Nothing.
Ah, there we go.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Okay. Devil's Thorn grants you the exalted state. Your temporary see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting dialogue choice in a conversation. Mechanical 1 and 5.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Right, it's good. That'll come in handy. It's bright outside now, so I might see some things I didn't see earlier. Oh, lovely, look at that. There's nothing to see. Didn't realise it was over here as well.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Oh, we can go for a few rooms here. Okay, so search the room now. Ah. Seen something here.
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travelogue of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Yeah.
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Okay, I know I saw something else on the floor.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
I probably will do. I think we will find something. There's something around here for sure. I don't. Let's have a look.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Radio or purse?
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. There's a circle around the lock here.
So there's a key we need to find now.
There's a circle around the lock here.
Right, and let's move back a second.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy. Before superior voices.
It's got to be a key.
It always amuses me to see how art gets used for
I
propaganda
wonder if that's
purposes.
where the key is. Can't unlock it, we need a key. Somewhere around it's got to be a key. There's got to be a key around here somewhere.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his
Got
guests.
to be
Very jolly.
something else in here.
This is Circe.
There's got to be something else in here. I'm not convinced that. Let's have a better look in this room now. Okay.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Okay. Got to find this key somewhere.
Writing material.
Hmm. Got to be something else here. Literally got to be something else. Ah!
Inspiration of St. Matthew, or
This might be
Matthew writing his gospel,
This
dictated
might be
to
it.
him by voices.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
These cases.
Dear
So-
Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Ah. That's the key. So now, I believe that key should open that lock I was talking about. More royal jelly. Let's go back to that spot we were earlier. Now there's a place thing that has a lock. Is this here? I think it's here. I think that's where the key is. See that key now?
There's a circle around the lock here.
I've
Must
got
be
the
the
key.
trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
That's what I'm thinking. Ah. Money? Money?
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richet to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Inventory. Let's have a look. This is a great game, I'll tell you now. Great game. But you build yourself up as you go along. Letter. Okay. Got black eye as well. Okay. I want to know more about that girl. Okay. Oh, something doesn't make sense though. She said check the inventory. Okay. Alright. There's any other clothes I've looked for. I don't think there's any clues, more clues here to look for. But then again,
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
what should you? Ink. Invisible ink. Die would be the answer.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Ink, I'm thinking. Would the ink not be solve the problem? Oh, charcoal! Yes. Throw the ash on the lemon. On the writing. Throw the ash in the writing. It should show up. Throw the ash on the writing. Come on, Ingrid.
Damn,
come on.
I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Okay. So that didn't work.
Look. Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
So ash wouldn't go there. So Ashton, maybe we can get some the ink from. Don't know. I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe back outside would have something. Thought I'd worked it out. I really thought I'd worked it out then. Yeah, well. My shows in Grenada are nothing new on BWTM. We did one in Canada, and we got a board member fired for being racist. So,
This room looks unoccupied.
we'll open it then. Can we open this door? back in our room again now. This is my room, isn't it?
Nothing.
Maybe my own.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Nothing.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Nothing there. Ah, the ink. See, you'll get more ideas than that. Go back over to the other room. I thought that Ash would have done it, but pour some ink. What is that? Come on,
Well,
Ingram.
So it wasn't that, and I've just stained half the page. Ink is always used to write a message, never to reveal one. I must find something else.
We've tried ash, we've tried ink. Lemon, I don't know. We go outside and have a walk about. Yeah, let's go outside and have a think about it. Can I? No, I can't go out and have a think about it. What's this? Cup of tea?
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Wondering what else could it do? I thought the ink would do it, the ink didn't do it. I tried ink, that didn't work. Candlelight. Wax, maybe?
Ah, secret writing. Many people use this method for their secret correspondences. Light the flame and the ink appears.
There we go. So why didn't I do it in the bloody beginning? Why didn't I do it in the beginning?
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message.
Here we go.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I'd better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
The Medusa. I wonder if the Medusa is figurative. Or if Medusa is actually a person.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Medusa.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later. President George Washington.
Oh, what's that?
A cache.
A cache, I like that.
Huh, that's me.
Somebody's sweeping. Ah!
Might be better to take a different stairway.
There's another one around here somewhere.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision. Sir Jacques Perru? Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Go. Oh, finally.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Hello. You're Elizabeth Adams, aren't you?
She knows where her mum is.
Yes, I regret that we haven't been properly introduced.
You had us all worried last night. How are you feeling today?
Better. I was just a bit queasy. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time.
I trust
Do
her.
you really want to know what made me ill? Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
I want to find out what really happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary, you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Take your father. I'm sure he tried everything to save you.
Sure, he tried everything to keep me from upsetting his political affairs. Once I was declared insane, I was nothing but a burden that got in the way of his career. By leaving me with your mother, he made all the horrors possible.
Your mother for example.
You mean the woman who left me in the hands of your mother? The woman whose duty it was to give up her life to protect me? I disowned my mother when I turned 13.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
I've got nothing more to say to you. Figure it out yourself.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Indeed, this masterpiece must not become more damaged. Let me have it and I'll take care of it personally. I love antiquarian books.
It bothers me somewhat. It isn't sir's job to take care of it, really.
No, but I would love to. You'll be doing me a favor by letting me have it.
In that case, sir, I shall leave it in your care with pleasure. May I do anything else for sir?
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
What? That's the last straw. Lord Mortimer himself asked me to take the sea to join him here. I accepted out of kindness. The voyage was undertaken in conditions that I prefer not speak about. And then at long last I arrive and you refuse me a simple flask of Carmelite water?
No, sir, I...
Your name. Tell me your name.
Here, sir, your Carmelite water. Please accept my sincerest apologies. If sir requires anything else whatsoever, sir has only to ask.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Okay. Thank you.
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir. That is where sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, sir?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
Yes. It's on the second floor.
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing on the second floor are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
No, so basically what I'm going to do is...
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that Sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps Sir would like to know something else?
Now I know. If I go upstairs, I'll go to the gallery. By going up into the gallery, that would help. But I can stay on the first floor. This must be the first floor. I would take it. And the gallery can't be that far. Where's the red salon? Let's read a good book. Maybe there's a good book around to read. Hold on. You can get to look at is a reducer there or not? Nope. So where is it here? Is this the red room? Is it here? Is it here? Locked. So where's the red room, brother? Oh, maybe it's past this guy here. No, it's not. Well, he's in front of us. What's he guarding then? It's okay. Where's the damn red room? This is the map. Still trying to work out how we get into the red room.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Okay. So it must be the conference room. Wonder if this is it here. Is it this room? Yes. No, I didn't.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Of course. Speak for yourself, sir.
My friend.
Peru looks totally out of place here.
That's right.
He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
A Prussian Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought against them, our empire went up in smoke.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
And you, sir?
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Maybe Emily has an idea.
Mortimer firmly believes in the young soldier. He's going to finance a military campaign with the backing of the Golden Order. It seems that Sarah gave it her blessing too.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
I'll give Sarah a piece of my mind. I don't know what mess she's gotten herself into, but for God's sake, she should have told us.
You knew everything. You could have answered for me.
That's true, but you have such a clever way with words.
Please feel at home.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Of course.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
I've only just taken over the affair. The agreement will be considered null and void until we've gone through it together. Is that clear?
All right, you seem to know what you're doing. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
I don't know how to remedy the situation without re-establishing a solid monarchy.
And what would we stand to gain by this?
We've tried a republic, but it is clear that with the situation we're in now, that it's not working. We ought to return to a monarchy.
That makes no sense at all, my friend. The monarchy is a privileged caste who have forever built their prestige by crushing and controlling the people.
It's time for Girondin and Montaigne. Yeah, to come together at last and give rise to a republic worthy of all the spilled blood. Both parties must put an end to their petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must be joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice of the other. It's simply a lost cause. I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Wow.
Pages out of an old encyclopedia. This is Thursday.
Jesus. Ah. Number 2, sir. Any eyes?
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Is that Lord Mortimer?
A painting with no name.
Medusa.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern.
Justice.
And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Lord Mortimer, maybe he's that beast.
The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. The section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. The section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa.
Okay. Let's go in Latin.
There's an extra line in the Latin translation. The night light was reflected in the shield and blinded the monster. So the hero with the sword seized the opportunity and cut off its head.
Okay. The hero with the sword, that's what we've got to look at. That's where the problem is. The one with the sword, you've got to do it towards their head. Like the lantern, the guy with the sword. The one with the sword, rotate it. That's it. Rotate the statue towards the Medusa and chopped off his head. Medusa, take statue towards the one holding the sword. Okay. Now, there's a puzzle to be solved here. I'm so tired. I haven't got the mental strength to take this game on no more.
When I see the lantern and the shield, I can't help thinking back to my childhood. Mr. Dorfer, our teacher. As soon as the sun came out, I got a kick out of distracting him with the inkwell by deflecting the light with it.
I'd turn it in such a way as to direct a spot of light onto his face, not strong enough to dazzle him, but just enough to annoy him. Hey, what if I tried to annoy the Medusa with the lamp on the shield? Position it just right, and it might work. When I see the lantern and the shield, I can't help thinking back to my childhood. Mr. Dorfer, our teacher. As soon as the sun came out, I got a kick out of distracting him with the inkwell by deflecting the light with it. I'd turn it in such a way as to direct a spot of light onto his face, not strong enough to dazzle him, but just enough to annoy him. Hey, what if I tried to annoy the Medusa with the lamp on the shield? Position it just right, and it might work.
I find the shield, the moment of shields. That's the guy with the sword. Where's the guy with the shield? Yeah. Get the guy's shield facing the guy with the lantern. Bingo. The lantern's the light.
When I see the lantern and the shield, I can't help thinking back to my childhood. Mr. Dorfer, our teacher. As soon as the sun came out, I got a kick out of distracting him with the inkwell by deflecting the light with it. I'd turn it in such a way as to direct a spot of light onto his face, not strong enough to dazzle him, but just enough to annoy him. Hey, what if I tried to annoy the Medusa with the lamp on the shield? Position it just right, and it might work.
So turn the statuette to the guy holding the shield, and then run to the Medusa. How's the Medusa gonna get it?
Looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
So turn the shield towards the Medusa. Towards the Medusa.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
The guy with the sword. and get it. We'll sort this one out later. Right, I'm going to take a break on this now. Thanks for watching.